everyone. You're listening to the Elisa Fucci Show. I'm your host, Elisa Fucci. I'm a motivational speaker, podcaster, an international best-selling book author, relationship life coach, and certified breathwork detox facilitator. They say real love takes work. Let me and experts from all over the world help you make being in a relationship fun and easy. Hello. Welcome back to today's episode. Okay, I've been wanting to do this podcast for a little bit, and it came about listening to another podcast and by, oh my gosh, Amber Smith, and her podcast is about business and it's for coaches, but I wanted to implement some of the things she said into how to help you get the relationship you want. How did I change my relationship from about to get separated? It wasn't working. We could not work, make things work, to actually getting remarried 2 months later. How did I transform my relationship in 2 months? How do I help my clients? I gave my clients an extra month because I know most people take longer. So how do my clients take 3 months to save the relationships? How is it possible? And I put it down into 3 simple steps. That's it. Like, easy. Okay. And you can apply this to manifesting the type of relationship you want. So I think that's the title I'm going to put like what I'm going to call this episode, Manifesting the Perfect Marriage. And you can put manifesting the perfect relationship. If you are single, you can apply this to your life as well, or with any other relationship. Okay. And it is 3 simple steps, super easy. It's easy, but the work is hard. Like, it's the obstacles that get in the way that's hard. And that's with everything. It's easy to go to the gym, right? But when the weather is hot or cold, it gets harder. When you're tired, it gets harder. When the kids tell you, oh, don't go, it gets harder. When your spouse tells you, you should stay in and not go, it gets harder. See, all the obstacles in the way is what makes things harder. The actual doing the things is the easy part. That's why coaching exists, because most of us get stuck in those obstacles. We can push through maybe for a few weeks, a few months, and then eventually we get a weak point. We get a crack in our system, in our belief system, and we let in something, and then there's enough space to squeeze in other beliefs, and slowly but surely we get back to where we used to be, and our goals go out the window. That's why coaching is so important, because you get someone to look out and help you through those obstacles as they come up. Especially with me, you get to have me 24/7 on your phone. You can reach out to me and get the help you need. Say when your spouse says something and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so angry, I want to process this. You don't need to wait a whole 7 days to process whatever came up. You get to work with me at that time, in real time, and move forward. That's why getting coached by me 10x's your results and impacts your relationships immediately, because you get the help you need and you resolve things right away, instead of storing them away, instead of compounding all of the things. So with that said, I want to talk about how you can manifest the perfect marriage, the perfect relationship. And like I said, it's 3 simple things that you can do, because I remember feeling like, and you might be thinking, it's impossible, I can't do it, there's no hope for us, there's no hope for me, I've given up on relationships. I remember being outside the gym and thinking this about myself. If I can't make it work with the same person twice, I can't make it work with anybody. If I can't make a marriage work, if I can't fix things with this person, then I'll never fix it with anybody. I'm beyond help. I'm beyond salvation. I'm done. Like, I'll never be happy. I'll never find love. I'll never find another person. Like, I know how hopeless you might be feeling right now, whether you're single or married. I know that you might be thinking, there's no hope for us. There's already too much damage done. Trust me, your marriage is never beyond salvation. Um, that's my opinion. Um, it can be possible for you to save your marriage and have the perfect relationship. I can do it. My clients have done it. You can too. And it's in these simple steps that I have applied in my relationship and in all my relationships. And you can start applying it now, every day, like right now. There's steps that you can implement right now, and you can start seeing the results. I promise you. If you do the work, you will see the results. When you go to the gym, you go one day, you get home, you look at yourself in the mirror, you won't see the results, right? Nope. You go the next day, you exercise, you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't see anything. You go, you might go 7 days and start seeing a few results. Like, for example, I just went to the gym. I started going to the gym 6 days. I went for 6 days. I've been eating clean for actually more than 6 days, and I did not see any results. And the scale actually said that I had gained weight, but I kept trusting myself. I'm like, nope, I'm going to keep doing that. I'm committed to this, and I'll adjust as I go. It goes to show you that you might not see the results right away, but this is where faith comes in. This is where you get to go full throttle. Okay. And in your relationship, it's the same thing. When you are at the same thing as going and being committed at the gym, you know that eventually something will happen. There will be some sort of change. Okay. So keep at it. But it's up to you, I think. Uh, and then obviously the other person will react to your changes, and you can reassess after that. But how to manifest your perfect marriage? Number one is speak it into existence. You have no idea the power that you have with your words. Your words are putting into existence what you have been thinking and believing in. So the moment you speak things about your spouse, whether they're negative or positive, you are calling them into existence. You're giving it power. So watch what you say about your spouse and about your relationship, because your words is your wand. It's what makes things happen. So be very mindful. When I wanted to change my relationship, I started changing my thoughts. And then as I was communicating with my sisters, because they were my go-to for years for venting, and I know you guys have your group of friends where you vent about your spouses. I know. So watch out, because what you say is very powerful. Okay. So I used to go to my sisters for venting and talking about my spouse. And when I started changing my thoughts about him, I learned that I learned to watch what I was saying about him, and I started changing it into more positive, more neutral, more factual sentences, instead of just all negative and judgmental, fueled with my emotions, my view. It was more of what I saw from an outside perspective. So remember how you speak about your marriage. Do you believe that your marriage can be saved? then start saying that. My marriage, I am connected with my spouse. I believe that I can make things, I can reconnect with my spouse. I'm always connected with my spouse. We always make things happen. We always work things out. My husband is a loving husband. My husband is an amazing father. My husband loves me. Start saying what you want your husband to be with your words. Okay. The next one is be grateful for it ahead of time. And this is such a powerful, powerful tool that you can use with anything. This is how I pray nowadays. Like I don't pray and ask for things. I I give thanks for what I want. Example, and I got this from one of my previous coaches, Tyson Bradley. He taught us this tool called gratitude ahead of time, which is saying, I am happy and grateful that my day was amazing, that my day is amazing, that I was able to do everything I needed to do, that I was able to bounce back when I felt anxious or depressed or stressed. I am happy and thankful that my spouse loves me, that we were able to figure things out. I am happy and grateful that my kids listened to me. And if they didn't, I was able to manage the situation. Whatever it is that you want, be grateful for it ahead of time. And you might tell me, oh, but that's impossible. I don't believe in it. And your body will not believe in it at first. And that's okay. It's you training your body to get out of the this negative energy, this energy that has created your current relationships or lack of, or your current marriage. So of course it's going to feel awkward. The more uncomfortable you feel, the better. The more triggered you are, the better, because that means you are changing. It is a great indicator. It means you are killing off that version of yourself, that version of the relationship, and moving into something new, into what you want instead. And again, this is if you don't want your current relationship or your current status or what currently is happening, then this applies to you. Be grateful for it ahead of time. I started looking, and how you can start doing this is also by looking at the little things your spouse does already. Look at the little things you have in your life already. And I know it can be so hard. Trust me, I suffer from depression, severe depression. So I know how hard it can be to find gratitude when your relationship sucks, when you are so angry at your spouse, when they have hurt you, when they have betrayed you. I know it's so hard, but I promise you that the only way to move forward is to find gratitude in the current moment. Find gratitude for already having the solution, for already finding the clarity, for already figuring things out for both of you. You will figure it out, I promise, if you are grateful ahead of time. The next one is, instead of like what most people tend to do in the relationships, they tend to first want their spouses to change. So then you can be happy. So then you can be nice to them. I want him to tell me everything. I want him to do all this. So then I can trust him again. So then I can respect him again. So that then I can be loving again. Instead of doing this, which is called have, do, be, instead of having what you want, so then you can do what you want to do and be who you want to be in the marriage, instead of waiting for that to happen, I want you to switch to first be the partner, the spouse you want to be. Do you want to be a trusting spouse? Do you want to be a loving wife? Do you want to be a loving and